We just asked in chat if they wanted to. Oh, Angie, though, Angie's right out by me. She's at the radio station WKY out here on Georgetown and Spur. If you haven't had a chance to go check it out, it's pretty slick, it's a pretty slick location. There's your advertisement for today. You can pay me later, Angie. Um, so without ado, Miss Olivia, would you like to introduce what we're doing today and get us started?
Yeah, for sure. Hi, everybody, and welcome. My name, as soon as I start talking, I'm at home today. As soon as I start talking, my dog started barking outside, so hopefully she stays quiet. But hello and welcome. My name is Olivia Ellis. I am the current Staff Senate Chair, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the Staff Senate Mentorship Program Lunch and Learn session. So we're really excited to have all of you all here today, and we've got a lot of good information to share with you all. I won't be talking the whole time. I'm just here to say hello. But we're going to dive into this opportunity that's going to be able to really shape your professional journey here at UK, help you connect with others, and give you the opportunity to maybe grow in ways you might not have expected or might not be made available to you normally during your day-to-day job. We've had a lot of folks who have loved the mentorship program and who have really made great connections through it. And we've had some folks from time to time who have struggled with it. And if that happens, you got to reach out to us and just let us make some adjustments and make this program work for you because we are here to serve you. That's our whole goal. This program is here to serve you and what you want from it. So we hope that you thrive and you're successful and you love it from the get-go. But if you have a hard time, you just got to let us know because we don't want you to feel like you're wasting your time in this. And Christy and Christine have done amazing work, and their committee has done amazing work to make this a really impactful program. So just reach out if you have any questions or concerns. So this program thrives on mentorship, relationships between staff members, and relationships with the university and career fields that may not be here that you might not know about. So to really get things up and running, I'm going to introduce, or I'm going to let her introduce herself, Christy Kaufman, who is our Professional Development Committee member and the Wildcat Network Program Coordinator. But Christy and Christine are kind of the brains behind the changes we've had this year. So if you've even participated in the past, it might be different than what you've experienced before. So I will hand it over to Christy to take care of things, and I'll be here hanging out.
All right, thanks, Olivia. Good to see everyone here. I know it was a little bit of a crazy morning with a delay and people working from home and on campus and any other place you might be right now. So still thank you for taking this time to join. I am going to try to keep it under an hour, about 45 minutes, give you all some time back to use the restroom, finish eating your lunch before 1 o'clock. So like Olivia said, we are doing things just slightly differently this year for the mentorship program. We are going to be utilizing Wildcat Network. Really, the bones of the mentorship program are going to look the same. Wildcat Network is just going to make it a more seamless process for everyone involved. So, for the sake of time and recording of the video that we're going to be uploading later for people who could not join today, please put your questions in the chat and then we'll answer those at the very end of the presentation. So just a little bit of the agenda of what we're going to be doing. We did our welcome, then I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background of what Wildcat Network is. I'm going to be very brief on that. I know a lot of you might not even know what Wildcat Network is, so I just want to go over that quickly. Then I'm going to start going into how to manage your account and the mentorship logistics of what it's going to look like on Wildcat Network. So during that time, if you all are able and willing, I will ask that you have your Wildcat Network account pulled up next to this screen, over the screen, you know, wherever you can, so you can follow along with me. All right, so just a little bit of background information. Wildcat Network was purchased by the Alumni Association back in March of 2020 in response to the pandemic. A lot of people were really wanting to stay engaged with each other, and through surveys that we had with our alumni and students, we found that this was something that was going to be really helpful with that engagement piece. So the platform is purchased through Graduate, which is the company a part of Gravity. They have an overarching umbrella of about 5 different products that are utilized across higher education across the United States and throughout the world. But Graduate in specifically, which is the software that Wildcat Network uses, is really focused on engagement and mentorship. So just to give you all an idea of where we are at right now, we officially launched Wildcat Network to everyone in June of 2022. So little 18 months ago. I don't know. Math has never been my strong point. But as of right now, this is what Wildcat Network currently looks like. We have about 4,300 users. There is a breakdown I have listed there of percentages of where everyone falls within those categories. About half of the platform is willing to help and willing to mentor other people. And then I also have put, we do have users across the world and in 49 states, including Washington, D.C. So if you all are wondering, the state we are missing is Vermont. So if you know anyone in Vermont who would really like to utilize Wildcat Network, that would be great. I have been giving that call out for a couple months now. I guess just not a lot of people hanging out in Vermont right now. So, and here is just a map of where everyone's located. So you can see we have people in Chile, in Europe, Asia, and then of course throughout the United States. All right, so going into account management. Now this is where if you want to have your Wildcat Network account pulled up, this is where you're going to want to get logged in. So if you have not already signed up for Wildcat Network, these are the instructions of how you will sign up. The website is just wildcatnetwork.com. There is a get started blue button in the middle of the screen that you will click, and you do have some options of how you want to create your profile. Mainly I see people create their profile with LinkedIn or their Link Blue ID, which is just a single sign-on option. You'll also want to mark your affiliation as faculty staff. But in addition, you can choose multiple affiliations. So if you are an alumni of the university or if you are a current student, you do have the option to mark those as well. And then the main thing that is very important for you to mark is under offer mentoring and seeking mentoring, we do have a checkbox for Staff Senate's mentorship program. So if you're a mentor, you're going to want to click offer mentoring. And if you're a mentee, you're going to want to select seek mentoring. And I'm going to pull up Wildcat Network on my screen right now to show you all exactly where that is located. All right, so in order to find this button, if you already have your account created, there's this little drop down next to your profile picture. You're going to go into edit profile. We'll give it a few minutes to load. There we go. Now this is just the Alumni Association's main account, so it's going to look a little different than a regular account, but where it's housed is the same. So scroll down about halfway down to the page, you'll see these offer mentoring and seeking mentoring sections. So like I said, if you're a mentor, go ahead and select participate in Staff Senate's mentorship program on this side. And then if you're a mentee, you're going to select it under Seek Mentoring. And then of course, if there is any other information that you want to update on your account, please feel free to do that. But don't forget to click this blue save button at the bottom. And there are some fields that are mandatory. I will say that we do utilize that mostly for our students. So you shouldn't have that many mandatory fields, but that button will not let you save until all those fields are filled out. Those fields will actually turn red if you try to click save before they're entered. All right, so let me go back to my presentation here. So this is just what I went over, how you can update your profile. We went through all of that. Just make sure that The main thing is that you have it selected, whether you're a mentor or a mentee. And I will be going through and just cross-checking those with your applications, but just to kind of take some of the legwork off of that so we can get you all matched quicker. If you guys can just go in and make sure on your end that those are correct to begin with, that'd be awesome. All right, now going into the logistics. So this is going to be the main part of the presentation, and this is where I'm really going to show you guys how you're going to use Wildcat Network for this program. So I did want to put just a reminder up here of the timeline for the program. Of course, this is where we are right now, January 19th. We're in the middle of the Lunch and Learn. January 31st, if you haven't already submitted your application and it's something that you're interested in, that's when the deadline closes. Myself, the exec team, and the rest of the professional development committee members, we are going to be meeting on February 2nd to get you all matched on Wildcat Network. What that is going to look like is you will receive an email to the email address that you registered with, letting you know that you have been matched with a mentor or a mentee. And then the program is actually going to start sending you notifications through Wildcat Network to your email address on February 5th. And then the program cycle will officially end on May 31st. But as always, you know, continue these relationships. This is just the end of the official program on Wildcat Network. It doesn't have to be the end of your relationship. All right, so first thing is, once you're matched, where are you going to be able to locate your relationship on Wildcat Network? So let me go ahead and pull this back up. And again, these slides will be available to all of you with these steps. So please don't feel like you have to quickly write these steps down. So here I am on the main screen that pops up when you log in. On this left-hand side over here, we have the feed, directory, and mentoring. You're going to want to click on mentoring, and then you're going to go to mentoring relationships. So this is where you're going to be able to see your current relationship. Now, on here, I just have an example relationship for tutorials such as this. So it is going to look just slightly different, but the main information is going to be the same. So this is where you're going to be able to click to view your partner's profile. You're going to be able to scroll through, you know, see what education they have, information about them, what they do for work, things along those lines. Something else is here you can actually communicate with your mentor or mentee through the platform. So if you click this message button, you're able to type a message, and this will actually send the person a message directly through Wildcat Network, and they will just receive a notification on their email that they have a message waiting for them. In this sense, it works very similar to Facebook or LinkedIn, where you have a message sitting somewhere else, but you're notified on your email. You also have the option to use a video call feature through the network. I'm not going to click on this right now just because we have a Zoom going, but the video call is just set up in the platform and you're able to talk to each other the same way you would a Zoom platform. Something else that we have found is very, very helpful through the other mentoring programs that we have set up, especially between our students and our alumni who live in different locations, is this scheduling feature. So this is actually where you're able to select a date and a time that you're wanting to meet. You can select in which affinity you want to meet in. So I'm going to do video chat. I'm just going to send that this is a test. And I'm going to send the invitation. So what this actually looks like is it's going to download this ICS meeting file onto your computer. Let me get this up opened real quick. I had my email closed out, so it's taking just a second. But you're actually going to be able to save it directly to whatever calendar you utilize the most. And in turn, it is also going to send that person the same meeting invite, the same way it would send someone a Zoom or a Teams meeting if you were setting something up directly through your email address. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this opened here on my email. My email says that it's a snow day, so. Well, while we wait for that to open, I will go back to this over here. And so the other thing that is going to be most important with this program is how you're going to manage your relationship on the platform. So within that mentoring tab, once you're in your mentoring relationship, you have the view of your current mentor or mentee. There is a box where you can click a drop-down arrow that says see relationship details. So this is actually where you're going to track in the platform, they're called milestones, but this is where you're going to track your meetings that you have with your mentor or your mentee. And I will say that doing this is like a really important success tool for the program. And then it also lets us know as a committee and staff senate know how the program went and then what changes we can make for future cohorts of the program. So I will show that to you all. So right here, when you're in this mentoring relationships tab, you have your view right here. Over here, it says see relationship details. So this is where all of your milestones, your suggested meeting times are going to pop up. Obviously, you can meet more than what is suggested on here. But we do have on here, it will show on your all's view that meeting, like say it's meeting number 1, there's going to be in parentheses that says complete by, for example, February 29th. And then there's going to be a second actual like due date, as you can see on this meeting too. It says due on May 2nd. So this due date is actually going to be the date that you get a notification to your email address that you have a reminder that you need to meet with your mentor or your mentee. But then you have that full month or however long it is, 3 weeks, to actually set that meeting and meet with them. And we do provide you all with possible meeting topics, discussion topics, just in case you're not really sure where you want to start out on. If you know what you want out of this relationship and you don't need our kind of little nudge, feel free not to use it. That's totally up to you. But just keep in mind that this due date is when it's going to actually send that notification to your email address, like, hey, don't forget to do this month. But then you're actually going to click that you've completed that meeting milestone before the end of the month. So once you've met with your mentor or mentee, all you have to do is go on here. So it'll look like this. You click this drop down arrow, and then you're going to click this button, milestone complete, and then it says you have successfully completed a milestone, and then it's going to turn green. So on the back end of the platform, we're actually able to track, who's done what, where is everyone at, how is everything going between the relationships. So that's why this part of the platform is a really great tool, just so we can kind of see what's going on without having to be in constant contact with you all. You all can kind of do your own thing, but we're still able to see how your relationships are going. Okay, so we've gone over that. So then just a couple of notes. As I said, those milestone notifications will be emailed to the email address that you registered with on the due date that's listed. But just to know, that's just a reminder email. Completion dates are going to be in those headers next to meeting number 1 complete by so-and-so date. And each mentor and mentee will be receiving these notifications, so both of you all can be checking off those milestones as you go. And then, like I said, that just really helps us to track the program's progress as it goes along during the spring semester, and then we're kind of able to get an idea of what worked and what didn't for the future. So just going in just to talk about a few resources that are available to you. We have created a mentorship group that you all should be added directly into whenever you registered for the platform on Wildcat Network, and there is a resource folder. So within that resource folder, there are suggested goals and discussion topics that you can take a look at on if you're not really sure what you want to talk about during your next meeting, or what's going on in your relationship. So just to show you all where that is located. So over here, where I'm by the feed, directory, mentoring, jobs, photos, groups. You're going to click on groups. And like I said, this is an admin account for the Alumni Association. So my tab looks wildly different than yours does since I'm a part of every group. So I'm just going to type in, it's listed as Staff Senate Mentorship Program. So here I've posted, feel free to utilize this feed. It's only going to be people within the Staff Senate Mentorship Program that can see these posts. Feel free to post on here if you have any questions or if you want to make further connections. That's where you can do so. Within the group, you'll also be able to see who is a member of the mentorship program. So if there's someone that you want to reach out to, this is where you can see their account. If there are any events relating to the mentorship program throughout the spring semester, we will be putting those here as well. But of course, as always, we'll be sending those out via email and Zoom links as normal. So here's the resources tab that I was referring to. When you click into here, so I have put a link to the Staff Senate web page for our professional development committee. So if you need a quick way to get to that, we have that on here. There is also a fact sheet on here, which just gives some general information about what the mentorship program is and where you can go with it. And then down here is where we have tips and suggestions for how to run your relationship. What should you talk about? Things along those lines for mentors. And then we also have a separate one for mentees. So this is just a file that you can download onto your computer and you can have handy at any time if you ever have any questions. Feel free to always reach out to us, but this is going to be a great resource for you all as well. All right. So we are good on time. This is about where I did want to take Q&A just because I know we went over a lot, and I know the platform Wildcat Network is new to a lot of you, but once you all do get in there and start clicking around, it is very user friendly. Here at the Alumni Association, we like to call it the baby between Facebook and LinkedIn. So it is user friendly once you start getting in there and clicking around. But if you all do have any questions, feel free to raise your hands. And then if there's any in the chat, we'll go through those as well. I also have my contact information listed here. And then if you email me as well, if you're interested in utilizing Wildcat Network for like your full team or department in some capacity, I do offer orientation sessions on those separately from these type of presentations. So just feel free to reach out to me and I can send you my bookings link and you can get on my calendar for that type of opportunity. But I'll feel free to take any questions now for anyone that has them. Carrie, go ahead.
Hello. So I was just wondering if we go through, because I'd signed up to be a mentee, and I was wondering if there are pairs of mentors and mentees that decide that they would like to continue meeting afterward, is this how they also, because I know that not all of them will,
Mhm.
but at the end of the cycle, like if we would want to continue doing that, could we keep track of it through this, or is it only for this program?
So what I showed you where you're actually clicking through those milestones, that will actually go away, so to speak, on May 31st, but you can still keep communicating through the platform. That will never go away. That is always there as a resource because that's where we have students constantly reaching out to our alumni. They message our alumni daily and ask networking questions. So I mean, that's always there.
You have a couple questions in chat.
Oh, okay, let me pull that up here. Oh, can you show one more time how to navigate to the mentorship program resources? Of course. Okay, so I'll start from the very beginning. So when you first log in, you're here on your main feed. Where you're going to go is here on the left-hand side. You're going to click down to groups. Now, you should automatically already be a part of this group. If you're not, please send me an email so I can add you, but as part of your registration, it should automatically be putting you in this group if you select it that you're participating in the mentorship program. So in the search bar, you can just start typing Staff Senate Mentorship Program. And then once you're in the group, you're going to click on Resources, and then Mentorship Program Resources. And then this is where all of those files are housed. Give an example of number of times to meet discussed during the time frame. So I believe we have it set up to start February and end in May. So you're looking at about 4 or 5 meetings during that time frame. I think the way we have it set up right now is that 4 of them are really going to be, getting to know each other, going over professional development opportunities, navigating networking, things along those lines. And the last meeting is really more geared toward, talking through any final things you want to talk through, and then sending feedback to Staff Senate on how your program went. And we don't ever give a time limit on how long those meetings are supposed to be. They could be 5 minutes if that's all you have time for. Obviously, we suggest something longer than that. They could be anywhere between 15 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour or longer. That's really going to be up to you all on what your all schedule can allow. And that's something that you're going to want to communicate together during the first time you meet. Any other questions? And I know in the past, just from hearing from others, the question always is, what if I don't get paired during this cohort? We are going to try and pair everyone we can into a relationship. If we need to do another all call for more mentees or more mentors, we will do that. And if you don't happen to get paired this round, you will be first on the list to get paired next time. So Courtney's asking, has it been about even with mentee mentor volunteers? I checked yesterday afternoon. We have a few more mentees than we do mentors, so I think we're probably going to do a call out just for mentors, and we're going to kind of see how that shakes down. When will the next time be? Well, we have actually not discussed that. We have not discussed if it will be next fall or next spring, but it will be sometime next academic year. And then I have a specific person in mind that is signing up with me as my mentor. Is that okay? Michael, yes, that is okay. If you want them to specifically be your mentor, please either of you notate that in your application or send me an email with that person's name so we can make sure that we match you all. And then for those of you who may have not already submitted an application, please make sure when you're selecting, what you're looking for out of the relationship, if it's something very specific, especially if it's something within the healthcare world, please try and make that specific as possible so we can make sure we get you paired with the right person. Do we register for a wait list for next program? No, we will keep you all on our list of people housed in our, I guess, files that we have within the committee, and we will have that for next time. Is there any criteria for being a mentor? I think for a mentor, you have to be at UK a certain number of years, Olivia or Christine.
I don't think we put a time frame on it. Let me double check everything, but I think if you just want to be a mentor, I think it's okay to be a mentor and you have the skills and the time to, assist with somebody else.
Okay, that was what my question was. I'm happy to help mentor. I could be a mentee. Just wanted to see. I guess I was also curious what types of people are using this program. Is it anything from students to employees of UK? Is it healthcare and academic side?
So for the Staff Senate program specifically, it's staff members from the academic side and the healthcare side. For Wildcat Network overall, it ranges from student to staff and faculty on both sides to our alumni, and then also to our donors within philanthropy. It's much more broad when you look at Wildcat Network user base as a whole.
Okay, thank you.
So there is not a separate application link for mentors. So if you are willing to be a mentor or a mentee, I would go ahead, if the application lets you do this, select both on your application. If it does not, I would select that you want to be a mentor, just because I think in the past, mentors are something that we're needing to ask for more people later down the line. Any other questions? Comments, concerns, celebrations? All right, it doesn't look like we have any more coming through chat right now. Christine or Olivia, anything else that you all want to add?
I'll add that Christy and I will stay on until the last one of you get off, just in case you have a question you want to ask in front of everybody. That's fine to do. Otherwise, we'll see you in after next week when we pair you all up. So hopefully it'll be a really interesting and good experience for the next few months. Thank you for joining.
Hi, Christine. I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I went to the restroom and I just came back. So yeah, no. And I came back like, hey, I missed some very important information. So just because you all sent us a link, does that mean that we are not in the program, or we need to wait to see if we are in the program? I think you said something like you had more mentors than mentees.
Go ahead, Christy.
So, because you submitted an application, that means that you've been put in the pool to possibly be matched into the program. So it's not official yet. It
Okay.
won't be official until February 2nd if you are matched. And what we were saying about mentors and mentees is that in the past, we haven't always had enough mentors to apply. So that's something that if you're kind of on the fence about whether you want to be a mentor or a mentee, go ahead and apply as a mentor.
Okay, so should I wait until February the 2nd to get my to sign up for the Wildcat Network?
You can sign up for Wildcat Network at any time.
Okay.
If you're going to want to sign up for Wildcat Network before February 2nd, because that's when we're going to be matching you all in Wildcat Network. So if you're not signed up on Wildcat Network, you won't be matched.
Okay.
Like if we know we want to match you with somebody, but you don't have an account on there, we're going to be emailing you like, hey, create your account. We have a match for you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you restating what you have already said.
Yeah, no, that's okay. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
I appreciate your time. You ladies have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Does anybody else have any questions?
Sorry, I have a question. I think I have my little one here and she was running around at the beginning, so I missed it. If we're here, does that mean that we have filled out the application? I caught when you were going over the application. I think I already filled it out, but I'm not sure if I filled it out or not.
Yeah, so if you're here, there's a 99.9% chance that you filled out the application because I pulled the list of people to send the Zoom link from the application. There were just a few that were on the fence and I sent it to them separately. So
Okay.
and I think I do remember seeing your name on the list for the application.
I'm usually really proactive, but then I'm also one of those people that like thinks that I didn't do what I was supposed to do. So I was just like, I don't know if I did that or not. Yeah, and I'm kind of in a similar situation where like I've been in my field for over 15 years, but I'm
Mhm.
looking to be a mentee because I don't really know what to do now, but I could be a mentor to like somebody who's just starting. So it's kind of, it just really depends on who it is that I might be paired with, which role I might be able to fill.
Courtney, I want to
yeah.
let you know 100% you are and have completed the application 100%, so no worries.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You guys have a great day.
You too.
Can you remind us how we add this program to the Staff Senate Mentorship Program on Wildcat Network? I missed that part in the beginning.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
so have you already registered for your account?
Yes, I've got it open now. I was registering and I missed where we
Oh,
go to add it.
You're fine. Let me share my screen again because that's probably easier.
Thank you.
So up here next to your profile picture, there's a drop down arrow
Got that.
and you're gonna click edit profile.
Got it.
And then if you scroll about halfway down, if mine will load, there will be a section that says offer mentoring and then seeking mentoring. So depending on if you're a mentor or a mentee, you'll select either one of those sides for participate in Staff Senate Mentorship Program. So if you're a mentor, you'll select offer, and if you're a mentee, you'll select seek.
I don't see that option on mine. That's where I'm at. That's where I am on my screen, but I don't see that option on mine.
Oh, let me
I see participate in a formal mentoring program.
let me pull up your account here.
Yeah, that's me,
This
Ashley
one?
Crump Hamilton.
Oh, it's because we have you as an alumni. Let me put you as
Oh.
faculty staff too. That's why it's not showing up. I only have it for faculty staff. So refresh your screen and it should be on there now.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
Talking to the mute button. Any other questions? All right, Christy, I'm going to stop recording right now, unless you already did it.
Oh, I have not done it yet.